you want to go off and try to find a way that you can help. Those people are potential partners and clients for you as well. Asking that question, you're creating more work for the person. Ulysses in the house.
Oh, hey, I've just been listening. I had to pick up my phone, man. What's up?
So what do you got? How can I help?
All right, so I actually put a question down here about a work exchange to see if I could help you in any way possible, and you could possibly help us grow our brand. You speak a lot about helping people just start on creating content, and we pretty much built a brand around helping people get that process started, whether it be equipment or advice. So if we could, sell your course, and I don't know however we could possibly help you, or like me, myself, and our brand. I don't know. I'm just asking because this is a platform to ask.
No, I love it. So listen, I love the intent. What you want to do is, for anybody who you're asking this of, you want to go off and try to find a way that you can help.
Right.
Because here's the thing, like, and this is a lot of young people come and say, hey, I'll work for you for free. I'll do anything you want. Like, I just want to be around, or I want to help, or I want a testimonial or something. But in asking that question, you're creating more work for the person.
Because you already probably have the plan.
No, not necessarily, but like you're creating more in that question. Now I have to think of how you can help me, which creates more work for me.
Understood.
So what you should, and we could workshop it here while you're on the call. But if for anybody watching and for you for future strategies, you want to digest the person's content, have a sense of what they're doing and the kind of stuff they're putting out, and how you can help. So if you said, hey, Evan, here's what I do. I've noticed that you've done X, Y, Z. Like, if you help people, what do you help people do? You help people launch their social channels? What do you do?
So I myself build brands. Like, I just help people build websites, brands, applications, and whatnot. But we built this brand because that's what we do. We build joint ventures with, whether it be investing or building a brand new brand or launching a product. That's what we enjoy doing.
So if you're trying to help me, then you could say, hey, Evan, we build brands. You've done an okay job, but this part here sucks, man. and here's how to fix it.
Yeah.
Whether that's my website, whether that's my Instagram, whether you don't like my hoodies, like whatever.
Right.
And then you show me something better. Right? I mean, it's pretty much as simple as that. There's a lot of people who will talk the game, but very few people actually do. So I had a guy reach out to say, hey, I can fix all your thumbnails. Like, okay, great. I've tried tons of thumbnails, but I'm happy to test yours against mine.
Yeah.
And then he went off and he designed 5 thumbnails for some of my videos, and I'm going to test them and see. And if they work, I'll give him 6,000 videos to go off and do thumbnails against.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the thing, is trying to figure out who can you help, and maybe you can't help them with everything, but you find one small project and you say, hey, how you're doing this sucks, and here's how I would do it better.
Right.
So what about my brand, in your opinion, sucks hardcore? And Ulysses is going to come in and fix it.
Yeah, that's the deal. Man, I think you do an awesome job with your brand. I signed up for your emails just so I like to do this often. I'll sign up for people's email newsletters just to see what they do, because it's how you learn. Like, how do you convert more people? You have YouTube plaques, you have all these awesome things going on. So, I mean, I feel like you're doing an awesome job. So I haven't looked at your website per se. So like, maybe I could go look at your website and see how I could help you there. But do you have an app? Do you have an Evan Carmichael app?
Well, here's the thing, right? Like, you should know. Right?
Right.
It's like,
right.
Evan. So here's the answer. I don't, right? But you should know. You should come on and say, Evan, dude, you're crushing it. You got your YouTube, you got your books, you got your speaking gigs, you're hanging with all these people. But, dude, you don't have an app.
Right.
You need to have an app. And here's some ideas on what it could look like, right?
True story.
you have to know this stuff and not just for me, and I'm playing easy, right? But like for other people, when you're doing outreach like that, it's the same thing. You need to know where you can help them, and if you can't find anything, then that's okay. You can just be a supporter of their work, but you're trying to find a thin wedge in to say, hey man, you're crushing it here, and always be like filled with praise, right?
Right.
Because people have egos.
Right.
People who already have brands, right? So like when I'm destroying somebody's YouTube channel, a lot of the guys who I partnered with, I'll look at their YouTube channel like, oh my God, these guys suck. But I'll always lead with, dude, you're an expert. Like, you know what you're doing. You've been doing this for 20 years. People come and pay you and you know how to speak. I don't need to come and teach you how to speak, but your videos suck.
Right.
And you're not crushing on YouTube like you should be. Right. And so, like, same kind of thing. You're giving praise. Like, hey, I signed up for your newsletter. I'm a follower. I love how you do X, Y, Z, so that it shows that you actually are part of the community and you actually are paying attention a little bit. And then here's where you need some help. And here's what I can do. And like have a quick mock-up.
Hear that. This is awesome advice, man. This is like clear advice for not just you to pitch, but anybody else I reach out to. Yeah.
For and listen, your best results will be with people who you already kind of mess with.
Yeah.
As a consumer, like whoever's in your IG feed that you like to mess with, you like their content.
Right.
Those will be your best pitches, more than just doing cold outreaches. Because there's something that attracts you to my brand. There's something that you like the message, whether it's believe or success or whatever it is. And the way I put it out, you're here for a reason. So we're already connected, even though like this might be our first time talking about this like this in an IG Live. So look at who else you're messing with already. Like how many people you're following on Instagram. Those people are potential partners and clients for you as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
I will say that this is the second time that we've been on live together. The first time I was actually asking you about stock market content and about like how I should start it, and like I actually didn't do that. I did something totally different. So I started a podcast. I've been consistent with it, but it's like way more true to my brand, like just interviewing entrepreneurs and whatnot. So that made way more sense than doing stock market content. So I'm here for it. And I appreciate the content that you put out. I just want to say that for sure.
Cool, man. Well, that's part of the process. And you have your checklist. Like, what are the things you do? You do apps, you do websites, you do what?
We do marketing. We do brand development from the ground up. So if it's logo design, the actual ad revenue, like spending money in ads and the planning that goes into it, all of the above.
So if you're reaching out to people, you basically go through your 10-point checklist and you see which of the 10 are they missing.
Mm-hmm.
If you're reaching up to like aspirational brands, people who they're beyond the startup stage, the people who you would love to work with who've already done it, they probably already have their logo. They probably already have a bunch of the basic stuff done. That's why you look up to them. But they're still probably missing something. Like maybe their emails suck. Maybe their Facebook ads suck. Maybe they don't have an app. Carmichael, get in the game, right?
True story.
Right? So you go through your list and then you say like, this is what I can help you with, and here's an example of how it fits into your brand, right? Yeah. So if you're going to build me an app, even the concept of pitch the app, what am I currently doing? Like, what am I talking about right now? I'm talking about my book. I'm talking about my YouTube channels, right? How does an app help me do that? Right? So that you're showcasing things, especially when somebody's in pitch mode and publicity mode on something. If you give them another way to be able to promote their stuff, they're way more likely to be receptive.
True story.
Right? If you show me an app that's based around my first book, I'm automatically less interested than if you do it around my second book.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right? Like, if Built to Serve is on the cover of the app, and you want to build an app with like quotes or I don't know what's going to be in it, it's automatically more interesting because I'm in that mode right now. So for anybody who you're reaching out to, you can also then look at what are they currently marketing? What are they currently talking about? What's on their mind right now? especially in the marketing world that you're living in, because people have these phases, right? If you're going to Gary Vee, he had his shoes and then he's got his wine, but now he's super quiet on that stuff. He hasn't talked about that in a while. So don't come pitch an app about wine or shoes. He's moved on. He's talking about other stuff right now, right?
Yeah.
So anybody who's trying to promote something, it's like, what do they most care about right now? What are they talking about right now? And then in your matrix of the 10 things you offer, how can you help fill the gap?
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That's fucking awesome advice, man. This is Monday. This is
this is Monday. It's how we do, man.
Yeah. I appreciate this, man. This is a good word. I'm gonna move forward this whole week on reaching out correctly, man.
Man. Good luck.
Don't be surprised if you get an app pitch.
Make it happen, and I hope you get better results than the advice he gave you about stock market videos that then you never took.
Hey, I'm still probably not gonna make those.
All good, dude. All good.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.